One, just like the New York Knicks are right here. So they play a little bit free, loosey-goosey. You know, everything comes natural to them. And then if you're the Miami Heat, you're thinking about the result. Like, who do we play next? The Indiana Pacers. We need some rest. Versus the process it takes to get there, which right now they're up 11. And what is it going to take to win that fourth game in a playoff series?
Carmelo now at 19, and LeBron James with 18 points as he sneaks inside and pulls the trigger. Wade is sitting out, so it's Battier who comes in for him. Haslam, Miller, Bosh, and LeBron. That's the Miami 5. Fields on top. Anthony, Smith, Chandler, and Bibby.
Oh, right off the face there of LeBron James as he tried to go up there and deflect that pass by Fields.
Knows, yeah, you're right. He and Carmelo over there now guarding each other on the block. Are talking about that very play, and they've got it man-to-man right here. And they get a little double blitz by Haslam outside. Smith a three. Bosh and LeBron James. LeBron has 6 assists, but none in the second half. Bosh.
You're Chris Bosh. You've got to make that. He had already beaten Tyson Chandler off the dribble there on the throwback from LeBron James.
Chandler picks up his second foul. We told the story back early in this series about James and Carmelo Anthony. They are friends for many, many years. Will always be graded against each other, certainly. But when they were high school kids, they had only faintly heard of the other. And it wasn't until they were in a basketball tournament in New Jersey where they came face to face in a hotel hallway. They began to talk, and then they eventually sat down on the floor in that hallway, and they said talked for a long time. He said from that conversation sparked a friendship that they know will last a lifetime.
Kind of reminds me of the whole Larry Bird, Magic Johnson type. They really didn't know one another. They had played against one another, Michigan State and Indiana State, and there was a little bit of a rivalry there, but once they got to the Lakers in Boston, but once they did that one Converse shoe commercial in Indiana, had a chance to sit down, they found out they were a lot alike, and I think that's the same thing with Carmelo and LeBron.
There is a common ground that great players have, isn't there? And outside, Bibby with a miss. LeBron with the rebound. He collects his fourth, and he's on a tear. Finding Miller a three. Haslam had a hand on it. Rebounded by Carmelo Anthony.
LeBron James personally is trying to bust this game wide open in transition.
Intensity's picking up here a little bit, I can tell.
Well, the defensive effort now for Miami is where it should be in playoff basketball. I thought they were kind of going through the motions at the start of that third quarter.
Anthony over LeBron. Rebound by Haslam. Haslam's got 7 rebounds right now.
See how much they just load up on your best player?
Yep.
I mean, they're just loading up, especially with Amari Stoudemire on the bench right now with 5 fouls.
If there has been an adjustment by a coach, Reggie, in this series, by either coach, by either team, that has stood out to you, can you think of it off the top of your head that you've noticed that, yeah, that change in game whatever was a pivotal adjustment that particular coach had made?
Well, Spoelstra and the Heat are going to play the same way defensively. They're going to load up on your best players, and they're going to make you struggle offensively because they almost have 2 or 3 defenders guarding your best players. But if you're talking about changes, all the changes that the New York Knicks have had to gone through with the injuries to Shumpert, knee injury to Baron Davis, Lynn not being able to come out, Amari missing 1 game. So both coaches and teams have had to make adjustments on the fly.
Carmelo Anthony picked up a technical foul during that little span there, and so now they have Fields watching James. Anthony was on Joel Anthony down low. 8 points in this third quarter by LeBron James, and 21 for the game. And you can sense now that Miami has grabbed this game by the throat. Bibby, Fields.
will say this. I do like this big lineup for Miami when you put LeBron James at the point guard position. It allows to have two shooters in Battier and Miller on the floor at the same time.
No fouls to give in the final seconds of this third quarter. LeBron. Carmelo Anthony got a hand on it and collects the rebound. And here comes Bibby the other way. Haslam is now watching Anthony. That's the fourth different Miami player that has defended Carmelo tonight. Miller will watch him. Hit a three. Carmelo Anthony.
19 points on 22 field goal attempts. Talking about he was going to have a huge offensive night like he did in game 4, those 41 points. Everything's been a struggle for Carmelo.
Battier for three.
Foul.
Yep. He was fouled on the play, taking a three-point shot. Anthony is the one to foul him, and Carmelo has got 3. Stoudemire has got 5. And those are 2 concerns for the New York Knicks. 3 players with 3. Haslam, Wade, and Mike Miller. The 2012 NBA playoffs on TNT continue. Next, the Los Angeles Clippers take on the Memphis Grizzlies. That is game 5, and the LA Clippers lead that series 3-1. Tomorrow, Atlanta will be at Boston game 6. You were there last night and watched Atlanta beat Boston. That series being led by the Celtics 3-2. And then the Lakers at Denver game 6. Lakers losing last night even though Kobe was terrific. Lakers lead that 3-2.
Lionel Hollins. You're thinking, what could we have done different? Gave away game 1 up 27 points. Found a way to win game 2. But those 2 games in LA, Rudy Gay had opportunities to close out both of those games and just couldn't find a way.
Points. He's gone 3 of 9. You see the players on the floor for the Knicks, including Novak and Bibby. Carmelo with the ball. Joel Anthony and Battier both on him. Miller is watching J.R. Smith. LeBron is on the bench. J.R. Smith. He's got a long 2 right there as James takes a breather. He's played 32 minutes so far. That is the most of any Miami player. He's playing the most of any player in these playoffs per game.
Right, when you're the best player, you're supposed to play the most. You're the most talented.
All right. Shot clock at 5. Wade, mismatch, Novak. Left-handed this time. I think he was surprised at, again, how open that lane was once he decided to cut inside.
Or that he saw his old college teammate, Steve Novak, who probably played him well in practice back in the day at Marquette, and said, I know how to play Dwayne Wade.
Novak was a freshman. Anthony bulldozing Wade. Miller vacuums it in. Wade is walking to the other end of the floor. So 4 on 5. Bibby just took a knee into his own knee, his left knee. Battier, Chalmers, a 3.
Chalmers shoots the basketball like this. It just makes the Heat that much more dangerous. Another weapon on the floor.
Smith taking it in, and he was fouled on the play by Miami.
Shot clock running down. Just a step back 3 by Mario Chalmers. Struggled in game 4. Starting to find his shooting stroke here in game 5.
Wade just picked up his 4th foul. You see the numbers on Chalmers. J.R. Smith at the free throw line for the New York Knicks. 9:51 to play here in the 4th. Knicks trying to stave off elimination. Time now for the stat of the night presented by Corona Light. And easy points. Big factor, big story in this game.
Yeah, and a lot of that, we talked about the fast break from defense to offense. The Heat, one of the better teams in the league, but those points in the paint, and a lot of those were coming in that first half from second shot opportunities of Miami attacking the offensive glass.
Fields has just checked in for Bibby. And the Knicks go taller. And Chalmers takes it the other way. And here's Dwayne Wade, who is 7 of 16. 16 points tonight for the Miami Heat. A drive into Chandler, rejected on the play, and that's the third by Chandler, and picked up now by Carmelo Anthony. We had the back pedal in Miller. Stoudemire cleans it up. And now we come the other way. Wade into Fields. Foul. Landry Fields.
Bad pass there by Amari Stoudemire. Dwayne does the right thing. You make Fields guard you. Take the ball all the way to the basket. If he doesn't, you got a clear path.
Wade, when asked during this series about this team, this edition of the Miami Heat, he said, you know, everybody knows their roles. Everybody knows their position. We've brought in some new players, and it takes a while for those new players, when they're incorporated into your ball club, to learn what corporate knowledge is all about for that particular team. And it's taken Battier and some others that have joined this ball club a time to absorb everything.